Yeah, as much as I hate Cruz, I sure hope he fucking wins Texas.
Man, I gotta go vote.
Hey
Mm.
man, I really think Cruz need to be in there. Allred is not.
No,
He
if it
ain't
was,
right.
I have an open mind with someone other than Allred, but some of the things he supports are on my absolutely no go. I cannot support you or your
No.
party if
He's
that's
going.
what
He
your
supports
position.
every. He supports anything that the president, the Democrats.
No,
He.
he's a further left. He's a further left than Kamala's new stance.
Okay, I didn't know that was possible, but okay.
He's closer toward. He's actually a little more left than Tim Walz is.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's horrible.
And I'm talking with the sports in the schools, the boys and the girls issues, all that stuff.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, and I question, like, do these
Well,
people have children when they have these type of make these type of decisions, or are they, what I'm saying, these just predators that's trying to be in, get in the way to, because it's just to me, it's just like you would want to
I
protect your
think they admire
child,
women and want to be one.
huh?
I think they admire men, women, and maybe want to be one. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
happen to not
I don't
like
get it.
Ted Cruz.
No,
I
I
have to
don't.
throw that
I
and throw my hat
But
in
but
there.
the whole
Here's
thing
my
is not
opinion.
about
Ted Cruz
who
should
you
have
like,
taken.
bro. It's about who's gonna actually do the fair job for the state, for the
Yes,
country. Like that's what it
I
Ted
really
Cruz,
boils down to. I
he
mean,
he's been. We've been talking about immigration and the border. He's a senator of Texas. He's been in there for how long? 12, at least 12 years. I'm
yeah.
sure it's longer than that. But
yeah.
Well,
I'm
since
And what
clearly
since
aware.
happens every time the
2009,
state of Texas makes a change at the border? What happens?
yeah, I
The
think since
Democratic
2009.
government comes in and reverses it, rearranges it, or sues the state for it.
All I'm
Meanwhile,
saying is, what has he accomplished? That was one of the arguments that
Stop it.
Allred made that struck me. I was thinking about it, and he was like, "So what has he done
Say, bro,
specifically on the
he's been
immigration
in the
issue?"
fight.
okay,
The
so
whole thing.
you're willing to dislike Ted Cruz so much that you're willing to put boys on the girls' team against your daughter when she's in school. That you're willing to let boys get out on the field and beat the shit out of her. That you're willing to
No, because he
have
not
the
gonna let his
boys
daughter
in the
go
same
do that
locker
type of
room
stuff.
as her,
So
changing
she's
clothes
safe, but not the
and
rest of
all
the
of that.
girls.
I
No,
don't know that that's
his daughter will
actually
be safe,
happening.
but the rest of the girls
It
won't.
absolutely 100% is. And we've sent videos talking about it. You see states pulling out of sports competitions, and I'm talking high school level, mid school level.
Yeah, we
They're
had
pulling out
cause
of
see,
things. You've got a trans boy on your team, and we're playing field hockey. We forfeit because it's not a girls' team. He
listen.
supports that. He supports
Well, no,
chemical
listen.
hormonal alteration of preteen children, gender affirmation through chemical treatment.
But no, but
Uh,
listen,
it sounds like
listen.
y'all been watching the
There was over
ads.
900 gold
No, I
medals.
looked at his fucking history.
Did you look at?
Remember, I do that.
Hey, did y'all see that there was over 900 Olympic medals that should have gone to a girl that went to male contestants, and this is where like girls are have you know they've been practicing their entire lives to go to the Olympics, and then now they got men playing in their sport and just I mean slaughtering them, or like he said, them forfeiting because like they're fearful of their life to even go in, into their, the thing that they've been practicing for. They get there and they're like, no, all right, you know what? Let's just go home because they got some dude in there that's about to, it's insane. But yeah, worldwide, 900 medals.
You want to protect women in sports, women and girls in sports, but
Yep.
Oh,
you
here
don't want to
comes the
Everywhere,
protect.
all but.
everywhere. No,
Here
no,
comes
no.
here
Let him,
comes
let him
step
go.
three.
Let him go. I want to protect them everywhere.
It's Abortion. What about abortion? What about the
We're
females
not
dying in the
talking about
hospitals?
abortion. We're
They're
not
gonna
All
be
right.
talking about
responsible and
murdering an
not. See,
You
that's the
unborn
whole
better.
child.
thing.
You
We're
might as
We're
well
talking
get
talking
your
about
about the
shit out
two
of there.
sides.
Yeah, because you can't be in here with shorts
no.
on, bro.
There are no two sides. How can we allow a
No,
murdered
it's
unborn fetus into a sporting event? You
say,
can't.
bro.
Two different
What?
subjects.
No, but
No,
no,
it's not
that's
two
And
different subjects.
besides,
We're talking
you
it
always
about.
doesn't.
bring
No, he.
abortion up, yet we all fucking agree about abortion on this. You just
I'm
want to
talking.
blah 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 and say
We're talking about
repeatedly the same
Allred
thing.
versus Cruz.
Is that
And
the
Yes,
only
if
we're
thing? Is
talking
that the
about.
only
So
thing that you stand for?
you are more interested in murdering babies than protecting children. Now,
Yeah.
see, that's the kind of argument you use on the gun issue.
Don't forget that P.
we're talking about Allred versus Cruz. If
We're
you
talking
want to
about
say
what
So who did you?
policies
So that is
that
that
we
who you
have a
voted
yes,
for?
problem with.
we're talking about the policies.
What my
So if
I
you want to
will
give,
not back down from this kill policies that he supports. I don't give a fuck about Cruz right now because he didn't support that. Do we have to answer to his bullshit on abortion? Yes. Everyone in this room right now agrees that it is fucking barbaric, the laws that he is backing and stuff. We all agree that it is barbaric that they don't make exemptions that are supposed to be there to allow doctors to do their jobs instead of having to follow a
But no.
law written by Congress
But
people
Doc.
and not fucking that. Okay,
well,
But no, Doc.
that
well,
is
that's
not
enough.
that
That's
Doc, let me
enough.
that
say
is
let
one
me say this. No,
issue
hold
that
on,
we
hold
can
on.
get to,
Cause see,
but we got to stop this shit now while
But
women and
Doc,
women's rights are being completely fucking obliterated. You want to
Doc.
talk about women's rights?
But no,
You're
let me say this real quick because you
go
know
ahead.
it's shame on Chaco for doing playing the game how he's playing it because he don't even respond to what we saying about like
Oh, I know.
he skips over to something else because he knows that that's totally wrong
you
and he
didn't let
wants
me
No,
to get
no,
finish.
no. He's in step one. He's still saying it's not really happening.
Well,
Next,
I'm,
All right.
his next argument will be step two. Well, it's happening, but it's not a big
well
deal.
no I just said
And then
900
he's going to
Olympic
explain
medals
to
we're
us
not
how it's
even talking
actually a good
about.
thing.
Yeah, we're
let-
not even talking about college, high school, junior high, or even you know, like
I
rec
am.
leagues or anything like that. No, I just spoke about 900 medals that went to biological men that should
That
have
is an
been for.
entirely. I've been following that, and I have not seen a number that high yet.
regardless of that, let's give Colin Allred the support of
No,
transgender
He gets none with
kids
me.
in
He gets
sports.
zero.
Let's get let's
no.
give him
He
that.
wants
Let's
to
say that
chemically
he's
castrate our children. He approves of it. No. He approves
that's
of
not
allowing them to
that's
do it without parental permission. No.
that's not true.
It
That's not true. But let's
is.
say
Look at
let
his page. Have you even been to his webpage and
I've
looked at his
seen this stuff.
policies?
I've been following this
You've seen
particular. This is the only one I've been
Did
following.
you see the debate?
You have not gone to the page and read it
Did,
and seen it yourself.
did you
Listen,
go? Did you
yeah,
watch the debate?
this whole time y'all haven't let me say what I wanted to say about the topic as far as the point I was trying to make. Okay, let's give it to him. Let's say Colin Allred supports that stuff that you're saying that he supports. Okay, let's give
He
that
says
to
it.
Colin Allred. Okay, so we're comparing that versus somebody dying in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? You want to play apples to apples
No,
or
but when
No,
I
oranges to
asked
no,
him,
oranges,
no.
when I
but
when
listen,
We are
it's
putting
somebody
when
dying,
we
I
are
asked him,
putting on
their
priorities
life.
on problems.
no, but no, I
Which
That is
asked
a
one
him,
is
doctor. That is a
Doc.
doctor problem we're having right now.
for
Hey Doc,
me?
when
Somebody
I asked
dying
him
is a
what
more
kind of
important issue. Is what I'm saying. That's what
no,
I'm
if it
trying to
was so
say.
important to y'all, why y'all didn't bring up a bill that at least supports until y'all can figure out anything else with abortion? Why y'all ain't brought up a bill where the doctors are at least make it aware, some kind of awareness for doctors so that they don't feel that they're
They've been
gonna
trying to
go to jail?
put. They've been blocking that. They won't let nothing about abortion get on the ballot here in Texas. They've been blocking it. The Republicans have a stronghold in Texas, so not allowing none of that shit to get on the
Okay,
ballot.
that's in Texas. The governor, the senator doesn't have in Texas. He's up there. He's not going to be able to change that here.
Yeah, because
Truthfully,
it's
if
a state legislator thing.
Cruz should have taken Kavanaugh's Supreme Court seat. That's what he should have done.
That's a fair enough argument, saying that he's a senator, but
stepped down and said he wants to be in the fight still. I don't like his fight, but I 100% will not approve of what he. You're saying, oh, people are dying. Yes, people are dying, but you're also talking about a very few amount of people and shit that's actually more that's pushed up in the media and all of that. You're not looking at there's other factors involved in the abortion issue where you're only doing headlines and shit like that. You're not doing a deep dive into it. And now you're talking about it's people are dying, but we want to chemically castrate these children for fucking life. And you're talking thousands and thousands.
Even if that's true, those people are still alive.
If that's true,
you're saying few people dying. You're saying a few people dying. Those are people dying, regardless of it. The number, it shouldn't be one. It should not be one.
Every abortion is a person dying too.
Say, dog, I think you tripping on this one, bro. Like, really, you tripping, bro? Because, like, it's all right. First of all, it's a state issue now.
Lives possible.
And Roe versus Wade will never come back again because of, and I told you the reasons why it can't. It's like it was an illegitimate case. The woman on her deathbed was telling people how, like, you can look it up, like because of what she was saying, that she was forced to do it, and it was on, like, it was something that bothered her all her life. Like, on her deathbed, that's what she wanted to let people know, but it was an illegitimate case. Everything that was in there never happened, so it can never come back because it's an illegitimate case. Like, y'all need to move forward on something else. If y'all feel so strongly about it, Roe versus Wade cannot come back. And Kamala Harris promising to overturn it and bring it back is full of crap, because, like, she well, maybe she doesn't know, because I mean, I don't think she's that bright, but, like, the reason why the Supreme Court overturned it was because of evidence that was shown to them and her testimony. But I digress.
The idea is you focus on trying to save the most lives possible. That is the idea of trying to work these issues in a way that both sides can deal with and understand. And right now, you
can't call every pregnancy a viable life.
Absolutely not. And that's not that is also a situation for a doctor to decide with a patient, and not congressmen who draw the line at a fetal heartbeat, despite the fact that the person who's carrying that baby can have already gone so far that they're going to die no matter what before that heartbeat's gone. That's a problem with laws being made without consulting, medical laws being made without the consultation of medical people.
I completely agree with that.
That is something that we can work on and get towards and start changing around. And that takes some different kind of stuff. As far as the other shit, that is a no-go. I am tired of this misogynist culture that thinks all this time that we've been making these spaces for women, and now we're letting men come into them, take their awards, take their achievements, take their scholarships, set records so far beyond the biological capabilities of a woman that they will never, ever be beat. Women are leaving sports in droves, because why bother competing when you have no chance against that man? I mean, when you've got people saying we don't have to, you have to be 18 or plus to get a tattoo on you, but we can pump you up with chemicals and hormones so you don't have puberty, so it shuts down your reproductive system so you can look pretty.
Yeah, man, I don't agree with that either. And I think that any rational mind would not agree with it. And I think that that topic is blown out of proportion. But even if
But
it's
it's
true,
not,
it's
because
not
it's happening.
comparable to the abortion topic. It's just not. They're not in the same league.
No, you sit there and say about lives. Okay, you are defending mass murder, first of all, by saying these couple of people are dying. And I'm saying we're talking about loss of thousands of lives compared to a few lives compared to thousands of aborted lives.
But you were just making the argument about this patriarchal
Hey,
uh,
I got a question
control
real
of
quick.
women, but you're going to tell
No, I
them,
didn't. I said
I
misogynist taking away their special spaces, the things that they're being applauded for, the things that they work
well, you're
for
taking
as
away
the
their,
minority of being women is being taken away from them because men are being allowed in those things and the lines have been crossed and blurred. Now, you're moving it around to that because the issue is chemical castration and affirmative gender care for teens and preteens.
you're taking away women's bodily autonomy. If they don't have any control over their body, that a
They
man
had
should
the
tell them,
control to keep their legs closed. They had the control to use birth control. They had all kinds of control. Abortion is not an answer for bad decisions.
I
It is
don't
a
think
medical
anybody,
treatment used to save the life or to preserve life. Period. End of statement. It is not
I don't think
for
anybody
abort.
would
It is
disagree
not
with that.
for bullshit. That is what
But
your argument, full body autonomy, is about. It is about women being able to have an abortion whenever they want, not because of a medical reason, just because they ain't feeling it, or they made a mistake, or oops. Meanwhile, they have the ability to have that child and stick the man with it for no matter what he did for the rest of that child for 18 years of that kid's life. Where's autonomy in that decision?
where are the laws that control men's bodies in any way, any shape or fashion?
Selective
And
service.
and how ridiculous would it be to have any
We
laws
are
that would
we are
control
objects
men's
of the
body?
state with no control as to whether or not they announce us be drug into slavery at any moment. And we lose all benefits of being a citizen if we just don't even register.
they are controlling
Women don't
us.
have to.
They are controlling man. When you get arrested for solicitation of prostitution, they're controlling my right to spend my money.
Well, that actually goes to whether or not prostitution should be legal.
No,
Which, in a
I was joking.
society like ours, that is a free transaction between two people, and truthfully, shouldn't have government involved in that either. Now,
Yeah.
government regulations for health and safety and things like that, regular checks, things like that, absolutely. But the transaction itself should not be illegal.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just making a joke about it, man. Cause yeah,
This is
but
this
no,
is this is why the right doesn't like me.
I don't. I don't. You know, I don't agree with that Colin Allred either. Um, on his deal because I do have children that participate in sports. I have a daughter that participates in track and field as well as volleyball and basketball. And me being a male and knowing the strength and the dominance of a male, I don't know how I would feel, seeing a male, uh, transgender male playing basketball up against my
Well,
daughter
see,
and her teammates.
this is where the hormone blockers and stuff come in. If your child then gets on hormone blockers, that stops them from gaining the proper amount of testosterone and allowing that to form. However, extended use of those blockers will also stop that male from being able to have kids, or they'll stop that girl from being able to have kids. See, that's the answer. Well, if they don't have the amount of
But that's the
testosterone, then
whole
they should be able to
purpose.
go.
But see, that's the whole purpose. That's a part of the depopulation, the Margaret Sanger thing
The
that they're
the
continuing
the
to
the
push it.
the darkening of the population.
But man, it's just it's I understand that, like they say, you separate church and state. But bro, dude, while we're sitting here arguing and fighting over who's gonna be president of government, this fucking world is doomed no matter what. If you go back to biblical ideology, this world is doomed. Us supporting the rights of homosexuality, same sex,
Well,
abortions, fighting for the rights for abortions and all of that shit, bro. Like that goes
Hey,
totally against God's
you have to
law,
understand.
and it's like I understand they said we have to
Uh,
separate these
well,
things, but
well. Look, I'm gonna tell you one of the things that make us unsafe as Americans, and especially with all these different people coming from all over the world, is that we got people, terrorists, people who don't hate, that hate us because we have a government that's been going around the world and saying, "Hey, well, that money that we help y'all out with, we can't get it unless you start allowing men to date men and all this LGBT stuff." Like
that's
they,
why Africa kicked us the fuck out and started going with China and Russia because they don't
yes.
play that shit.
So I
like
mean,
it's I don't
while
know,
we
man.
while we thinking everything is all hunky dory, like we're not safe as people, as citizens, because we allow this kind of stuff to take place, and it's a representative government, and we because they say, yeah, I want to try something too,
I
but
mean,
go ahead.
Let,
people ask me my
let me
opinion,
play
bro.
this.
I say this here, and this is my honest opinion. I know I'll get flack about it. My wife and I have talked about it and discussed it. I honestly feel like women has their place in certain areas, but to just be totally in charge, I think it messes up the natural way that shit has always been, and I'm not totally up for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I step back because I mean it is what it is. I mean, I'm one man, but believe it or not, there's more men, and I mean good men that actually love their wives and their daughters and will fucking move mountains for them that believe the same way. Like it messes up the natural. I forget the word for it, but it does, bro. And it's just and we
Tradition.
fighting, yeah, and we're fighting for the all of these fucking rights that goes totally against the natural, whatever Doc said, the way this world was planned and
Natural order.
intended, natural order and planned and intended. And it's like we're, in my mind, we're doomed either fucking way. Now they can slander me on the internet, whatever. I don't give a fuck. That's my belief. I'm putting it out there, and this is how I feel. I feel like they have their place and their rights in certain areas. I feel like women are much needed in a lot of areas. You know, medical fields, teaching, different things. Being my partner that stands next to me in our household, with maintaining the household while I go out and work and provide, doing these type of things. But the way that this shit is going, this was not the natural order, and it's fucking up the order. And to be honest, not trying to get biblical, but I am. We're doomed either fucking way, bro. I'm just gonna say it. That's my personal belief.
Well,
Unless
see,
the natural order comes back into this world, this shit is done for.
you